It's me, the
Hello.
Dungeon Master.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet.
Oh no, they can see us?
They can
They
see us and hear us now.
yeah,
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Don't talk shit about them, guys.
yeah. As a former coworker of mine would always say, oh, and that's when I got into commemorative spoon collecting.
Hmm.
He was a weird dude. I don't know what to say. But yes, it's Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday because we're all
It
here, and it's
it is
D&D
Wednesday night,
night.
actually.
It is Wednesday night, and time for Wednesday night dice. Um,
Yeah.
we've got a whole bunch of new stuff going on this week. We have our new intro video, which I'm very proud of. Looks very cool.
Very good job on it.
Thank you. And thanks to you guys for making minis of yourselves. I had lots of ulterior motives with that whole project, and it's finally done. Finally have something to show for it. And you may be able to hear we have music. Ominous music. So, yes, this was the week that your Dungeon Master finally got all of his shit together. So, who would like to recap and remind the folks at home and the internet what the hell's going on here?
Well, folks, we
Good
opened
question.
the door.
You got the door open. Yes. Yeah, you are currently deep inside the mountains. Um, deep in the Skytown mines where you are currently on the clock as muscle protection, whatever
Fodder.
Hake, yeah, whatever Hake and Sersha need you to be, um, as you explore this tunnel settlement that has been uncovered by miners not more than a week or so ago. Um, you had some harrowing battle with a bunch of Nyogi and a nest
And a portcullis.
and a portcullis, but you defeated the portcullis handily. Um, and I think it was only Endeavor that got your foot stomped on after a failed attempt to lift the portcullis. Is that
Oh no, I
correct?
lifted it perfectly fine. Then that stupid ass dog got in the way.
Oh,
Oh, that's mean.
Impressive.
wow.
Endeavor Endeavor pushed the dog out of the way of the
Yeah, you
portcullis.
did.
Yeah, Brutus failed, not Endeavor.
No,
Brutus
it was more like Lula failed. Okay,
Lula failed. Lula
Lula
failed.
failed.
Lula
Let's
failed,
not
and then
blame the wrong party here.
Brutus could not make it out of the way as it came crashing down.
Yeah.
Brutus is just an adorable doggo.
Brutus is an adorable doggo, which is why Brutus gets protected at
Yes.
all costs.
Um, but yes, you've opened the way to this keep, temple, building of some complex building of some sort. Um, and you stand in the entryway. One of the other experts of the expedition is already inside due to a clutch misty step.
Right.
Oh yes.
Yes, there's a pit just inside the door
Yes.
because this is obviously a very welcoming building.
Hmm.
Hmm. We should
Um,
totally be here.
yeah, we should definitely be here. This is definitely very inviting, very friendly seeming.
Yeah, there's just a hole. Um, so before we take that first step through the threshold, I would like everyone to roll a percentile die.
I thought you were gonna say
We're in-
initiative for a real hot second. and I
Right.
was like,
Initiative!
I grabbed
It's
the
a
D20.
pit
too.
monster.
Before you guys even start, just roll it now.
At least it wasn't before you guys start. I'd like everybody to roll a death save.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I'd like everyone to roll deck saves. Just no reason.
no
No.
reason. Again.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, you guys haven't really, like, looked into this pit to notice the gelatinous cube that's just hanging at the bottom, but
25.
78.
20...
87.
Alright, I heard a 25 from Court. Does your... Such a dumb question for a character that Court's playing. Does your character regret any particular choice the party has made?
I think perhaps not even coming down here. I think maybe rushing into the exploded forge, because now she's got burn scars and, you know, she didn't stand in the fire so much as the fire stood in her.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe the one thing that she regrets. The Neogi were just, you know, she made a dumb decision and touched the thing, which already reduced her health, and then the spider bunny snakes were just not fun.
Yeah. So it's not so much decisions that the party has made as a whole. It's just spur of the moment dumb choices that you have made for yourself that get you almost killed.
Yeah. And I will say she does not regret at all knocking out that sophomore.
Oh
That guy
yeah,
had it
fuck
coming.
that guy.
Fuck that guy.
All right, Sam, what did you get? A 70 something?
78.
78. What television, book, video game, etc. character would your character be best friends with?
Ooh.
Or what media character is your character the most influenced by or similar to?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think she'd get along with I don't know, I feel like she'd get along with a lot of characters.
I have one in mind, but I would like you to answer first.
I don't.
There's one in my head too.
I have one in my head, but I don't feel like he would actually like her. I feel like
Who
they
are you
would.
thinking?
And maybe it's because we're playing D&D, but Percy DeRollo is like the one that first hits my head because he's like a tinkerer, and I feel like they would get lost in like the experiments and the like creating things, but I feel like her energy would piss him off.
Oh yeah.
Like I think she'd be too much
Yeah.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. I have to think about that. I have to think about it. But who were you thinking? Because it's probably someone really good.
It is. It's Kaylee from Firefly.
Kaylee would have been perfect.
For sure.
Yeah. Kaylee's perfect.
Same energy,
Mhm.
same. If you were going to fan cast your character with a different character
Yeah, she's
from a
very
movie or
Kaylee.
TV show, it would be Kaylee.
Yeah. Kaylee with a little bit of weapon expertise. Yeah. That's very
Yeah.
That's a really good one, and I do think that they would be like two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
That's not who I was gonna say, but that's a good one.
Who were you gonna say?
Who were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Princess Entrapta from the new She-Ra series.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
can
good
see
one
that.
too.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
I will just nod along because I'm not familiar with that character.
She is like she like makes all these robots and is like hyper focused, and to the point where like if it's an experiment, everything else is kind of gray. And I think she and Lula would just get like lost in the tinkering together.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But watch Shira, it's a good show.
Tina, what did you get?
87.
87. 87 is what major arcana tarot card best represents your character? I don't know if you're familiar with tarot.
I'm not. I Googled it though after I rolled it.
Oh, okay. Yes, because all of you guys have access to this list as well.
So I Googled it. So hopefully it's not really inaccurate because we all know that the internet is always just totally good
Yeah,
for
totally
that.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Totally accurate. No misinformation whatsoever. And based on the ones that I was looking at, I think uh I think the I think the star, at least right now.
Okay. And why is that?
I guess it really depends on like how you read it. So I'm assuming upright readings
Yeah.
for
Okay.
this, but I guess the reverse would also technically apply. But it's hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and I think that they are, at least at the very least, they're searching for those things. One of the things they struggle with, and that I think holds them back, is that they don't really have or understand that sort of self-determination. They don't understand
Mm-hmm.
having faith in yourself. They are very much focused on, how can I be of use to other people, not, how can I value what I am.
It's all about that external validation
Yeah.
versus internal
Yes.
validation.
Yeah. So they are still on that path. So I feel like for now, that's a fairly accurate representation of where they are vis-a-vis the existence. That may change as they move
Okay.
along.
All right. Rhodes, what did you get?
84.
Hey.
84. What does your character want to be remembered by?
Nothing. Like, if he wanted to be someone who was famed and known and had some sort of a legacy, he would have made very different choices in his life. That's just not something he puts any care or stock into.
Okay. That is absolutely valid. Um, actually,
Guys, we
I
should
am
totally
going to
memorialize
roll
him.
one.
From beyond the grave, he's like, fuck.
Huge
Fuck.
statue, big
Yeah.
procession.
Mhm.
So I rolled a 48. And I will actually let you guys pick who I answer this on the behalf of. Your options are the three other people in the group going into this keep. We've got Trallin, Hake, Sersha, or Janora. The other four.
Hmm.
You just beat me to correcting you. Damn it.
I'd
Who
say
do we want to know? Thanks.
since
I
it's,
want to know about Sersha, though.
I was gonna say Sersha.
Okay.
Same thing.
So the question is, what aspect of your character's future are they most curious about? Or if they could know one thing about the future, what would it be? I think Sersha, as an elf, is very long lived. And as a similar type of occupation to Helia. Being a spy, like a house agent, information is currency for people in that line of work. And it is also a very dangerous line of work. Um, so I think if Saoirse had a choice to know one thing about the future or their future, it would be it would probably be how they would die.
Interesting.
All right. So, and that brings us to the present. So we have Hake, Trallin, and Saoirse outside, and they're gonna, now that the door is open, they are going to move up a little bit to join the rest of your group. Um, we've got Lula and Brutus. We've got Zilmi and Helia fully on the outside of the portcullis. Um, and then we've got Endeavor, who is like kind of in the entryway. Um, and then Janora is on the other side of this like small wall in the entryway, just inside the door. Endeavor, immediately at your feet is a pit.
Mm-hmm.
It is deliberately built here. And as you look down, you can see that the pit is about 15 feet deep. And there is like some rubble and splinters of wood at the bottom. But otherwise, the walls are all smooth, 90-degree angles, clean worked hewn stone.
Okay. So rubble wood at the bottom, but nothing else. There does not appear to be like giant spikes or, the rubble is not caused by anything I can see. It just looks like wood
Make a
fell in there.
perception check.
As I peer down, as I crouch down and like peer over the lip of this pit. Not going to be great. 16.
16. Past what I've already said, the bottom of this pit appears to be unremarkable.
Awesome. How wide are we talking, distance-wise?
10 feet.
10 feet. Well, I want to... Gonna need to get across. There's no way to navigate around said pit, correct? Not from the door.
No. So the space that you're standing in and the space immediately to your right, you're in kind of this like walled like entry doorway.
Okay.
So you actually can't see, but to your right there's this bit of wall directly on the other side of the wall. You know that's where Janora is.
Oh, okay. Janora jumped.
Like, she misty stepped
And
to
she's
the
over
space
there.
right behind here.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see this ping, but this is
Nope.
the exact space. You cannot?
Nope, that's
okay.
I can see the ping. I can't see Janora, but that's fine.
Yeah, but
I knew she jumped in kind of just on the other side.
Yeah, she misty stepped in and is standing there.
Well, I can't do that. And so I don't know if anybody else can do that. I turn around to look at everyone else. So we may want to get
immovable rod. Does Janora still have it?
That's in the door. It's in the
that's in the
portcullis.
door.
Yeah, it's in the portcullis.
Gotcha.
So we may want to. Do we have anything, or do you see anything outside? Anyone that could maybe be used to across it?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
What sort of things might you be looking for?
A conveniently located plank, something of that nature.
Okay.
An old board, a door.
Yeah, my first thought was door, which I suppose we could potentially get off a hinge.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems quite heavy and looks a lot sturdier than the wood at the bottom of this pit here.
Mm-hmm.
And how big were the doors? Are they 10 feet tall or no? I don't know if we established
They're
that.
taller than me. I did not have to crawl through the door.
I was trying to answer your question with a roll of 2d6, and that was going to be the number of feet, but I rolled snake eyes.
Oh.
Said, the door is obviously not 2 feet tall. I'm going to roll again. Snake eyes again.
You know what your dice just said? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I will say that the doors are about 10 feet tall.
Okay. That's about all I get with my 6 perception, I'm gonna assume.
Okay.
So there we go.
There's doors.
I mean, I got a 9, so.
Okay. That's cool. I mean,
They're Court,
here.
Were you making a perception check as well?
Yes. 13 plus 9. Apparently I closed my character sheet on accident.
So a 13 then. Yeah, you...
No, it's a Miss Jackson. There we go.
So, you've got these 2 doors, because it was a set of double doors, that theoretically, with enough gumption, you could get off their hinges. You take a look around, and you don't really see anything else like planks or anything else like that on the outside of the building.
Can
I
we
mean,
jump it?
I mean, it's only 10 feet. You peer in. It's only 10 feet. You could...
It's how far down?
15 feet.
Okay. Do we think we can jump 10 feet?
So the rules are, 'cause I had to relook them up.
Every
if
time.
you get a running, if you have 10 feet to like essentially get a running start,
which
you
we don't.
can long jump equal to your strength score. So for those of us
so I
with
can
a
jump
10,
backwards?
well, not the modifier, the score.
Your
The
score.
So you could
So you
jump
jump
8 of the 10 feet and then plummet
Yes.
15 down into the pit.
Yes.
I will say,
what would it require to toss a dwarf?
a strength check. It would be an athletics check.
Okay, just to keep that in the back of our minds.
I will say, with those rules for long jump in mind, if you have an 11 or better strength, I will not require a roll. If you have a 10 or lower strength, I will ask you for an athletics check.
Somebody has a problem with that.
distance.
Someone says that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Okay, knowing that is the door fully open? And I remember at one point, like, we had to, Endeavor had to squeeze into it. With the portcullis being up from the last session, is that door fully open to allow for a long jump?
I will say that
we
at
did get
this
it up
point,
fully the last time.
Yeah, you guys have gotten the portcullis up enough to clear the doors. Because the doors actually swing out. They don't swing in.
Yeah.
So you would have needed to lift the portcullis high enough to clear the doors. And I'll just say that by this point, with 8 of you, even though half of you, all but one of you, are short, you guys do get the portcullis up enough to clear those doors.
Okay, so with that in mind, because I can get over by myself, can I have Brutus take Helia? He has a strength score of 14.
Oh god. Alright, fuck this.
Sure. Actually, I will still require an athletics check from him because Helia is technically medium-sized.
Okay.
Not small size. So there's a size category discrepancy there.
Otherwise, if anybody has any other suggestions.
I mean, I can become something that has an anatomy that is such that it's stronger than I am.
And can just probably step over this
I
gap.
don't think nothing that much, but I mean, I have things, I could slither down and up. I could probably up a wall and around, or I could also just, run and do a big jump.
Okay.
So I could take somebody as well if I run and do a big leap.
Guys, it's okay. I can probably make it.
Yeah, with an athletics check.
So what are you guys doing?
I mean, Zill's looking at those doors.
Yeah, Dustin, actually, with that in mind... Okay, no, here's the thing, though. I have on me currently... What do I have on me currently? What am
While you guys are discussing this and thinking about this, Hake and Saoirse just kind of, like, not entirely, but, like, half sneak up behind Helia, and just, like, one on either side of you, and Hake just says, like, over your shoulder, what's the problem?
We need to get across that.
And staring at it is...
We're working out the problem. Unless you have some other solution that can get us across it without magic.
Hake looks at it. And says, "Don't look that far. You'll probably clear it. Just jump."
Are you gonna jump?
Well, I'm gonna let you jump first.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're paying you for, isn't it? To jump first?
You're paying us
just
to
looks
make
back
smart
at Zilney.
decisions.
Does the door have hinges on it, like that we could?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I can create any artisan's tool set without having to wait the hour.
Okay.
So, can I either roll something or just know it? I have proficiency in jewelers, leatherworkers, smith tools, and tinker's tools right now. But technically I'm proficient in any tools.
Okay.
I have a crowbar. Maybe we could just
with that and a crowbar.
hinges.
Can we just pop off the hinges as one of the doors?
Yeah.
I'm thinking on our exit strategy too, because if we're leaving with stuff or have to leave quickly, we can't. There's more of us now than there will be getting back,
and we still will have the same problem.
And we still will have the same problem.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I say that out loud. If we have to leave this place quickly, I don't want to have the same conversation on the way back.
Or
Hake looks at you and says, "There are more of us now than on the way back. Who do you intend to leave behind?"
There are more of us on this side right now to help with a door. to get a plank across than there will be if all of us are on the other side trying to get back across.
I understand. For a second, I thought I had to kill you.
Please.
Hey, you or me. And I will always choose me.
You can certainly
Duly
try,
noted.
sir.
That is a
All
good
right.
point. That's a good point, though. If we have to cart shit out of here,
We want a plank.
Hake does already have a crowbar.
I think most of us probably do at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got tinkerer's tools too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So
Loosen up some
unless
screws and whatnot.
Yeah, so unless there's like some kind of like
I can do like
specialized
woodworker's tools.
Oh, I also have a hammer.
Yeah, so I think between the artificer,
Mhm.
the numerous tinkering tools, and the like probably 6 crowbars we have in this group, like collectively.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like you
Yeah.
probably don't even need to bother creating another tool set. You
No.
probably have whatever you need.
Okay.
Yeah, Helena will just pull out the crowbar and the hammer from her pack.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at the hammer and she goes to Lula, maybe you should wield this, and just kind of like braces the crowbar against the top of the hinge so she can just like whack the bolt out.
Mhm.
I am tall, so I will try and brace the door so we don't unhinge this thing and it just falls on top of my friends.
Or into the hole.
Or into the
Or
hole,
into the
because that
hole.
would happen.
Yeah. I will-
Mhm.
All right. So who is trying? So what exactly are you doing? Are you trying to just break the hinges? Are
No,
you
I think we want to try
pull
and pop the pins.
Pop the pins out,
Okay.
yeah, so you can like just take the door off and then
Yeah. Then I would ask for a. I'm gonna say sleight of hand.
I can do sleight of hand. Would this be?
does she get advantage because I'm helping with the crowbar, or
The crowbar I'm not sure would be particularly helpful outside of like holding the door up so that the weight of the door is not on the hinge. So
well, no, she's holding it against the top of the pin because you have to put something up and then whack it with the hammer so the pin comes out.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, whatever you're doing, I will allow advantage.
Okay. Cool.
That's the important part.
That is
Yes, you
important.
can have advantage.
Yeah.
We're all helping, okay? We're all really, we're very invested in this.
Okay, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that you make that uses your proficiency with a tool. Am I getting proficiency on this sleight of hand check?
Sure.
Okay. So, double my proficiency.
And advantage.
And advantage. So, plus 8. With advantage. Oh, yeah. 23.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a minute or two, but you're able to pop out the pins of these hinges, and the door comes free.
Woohoo!
The door, after you get it off of the hinges, two of you are just holding it at this point. And the door is like right at 10 feet.
Lower and shove.
Yeah, we can be worried that if it's a 10-foot...
I mean,
Well, if we put the door close to the edge and let it fall appropriately.
Is it just gonna fall into the pit, though?
just get stuck.
Fuck's sake.
I suppose we don't have another option.
Do we want someone on the other side?
Could we
I could
turn if we
maybe make
turn
the
the
jump.
door slightly and go diagonal?
Yeah.
Diagonally.
Zilla,
Is the hypotenuse longer?
Okay.
It should be. It should be longer than 10 feet if one of the sides is
If
10
we
feet.
cut the door in half and then nail it together,
No,
we'll
you
be-
just have to tilt the rectangle, make it like a rhombus.
I don't
That's
math.
not
You're
incorrect.
geometrying at me.
Zilla, I do think you should be on the other side to catch. But yeah, I
Sure.
guess DM. I'm just trying not to do the whole like 10-foot rectangle into a 10-foot rectangle hole,
Yeah.
and then it just like.
I'm just saying,
slides
like,
Ten-foot
if
rectangle
we
hole,
put it
that
on the
sounds
corner and
gross.
it down, it should be slightly over 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we, because we had climbing gear and stuff,
Yeah, we did.
right? Which means
Mhm.
we have, I never say them right, pitons, whatever they're called.
Pitons. Yeah.
Yeah. How about we just take all the ones we have, stick them right inside,
Yeah.
and then we put the door there, like on each side. So I'll run to the other side, I'll do that on the side, so we have like a ledge, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
A
to set
ledge
the door
of
on.
pitons. Okay.
I like
However many we have. Like, I hope we have an F-ton. Do I have any? I will.
I have
I-
10.
I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
sure
We got
that you
some.
buy them in packs of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can.
So, all right. So
You're like
Zilmi,
IKEA-ing this door
you are
across the
going.
pit.
So
Push in
Zilmi,
the
you are
pegs and
gonna
set the
jump to the other side of the pit. That's step one. Here,
I'm
right?
gonna try, but before I do that, I'm gonna take this rope I have and I'm gonna tie it around my waist.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hand that rope to Endeavor.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tie this rope around my waist, just in case we have to belay.
Maybe we
Way
should
back.
tie it around Brutus. He's heavier, unless you're gonna turn into a rhino, which would be really cool.
Brutus will like stand in front of Endeavor and create like a like a
ledge.
wedge. Yeah, just kind of
Oh
like
my
block
God.
at the knees.
Should we put?
Okay.
Should we strap
I think we're
some
over
pitons to
engineering
Endeavor's
this, you
feet?
guys.
You think?
So I will take a
Yeah.
handful of pitons, shove them in my pocket, tie the rope
That's how
around
you lose
myself.
something.
Okay.
This is gonna be like
gonna
it
make
was an
this
illusion.
There's a-
The pit was 1 foot deep and 3 feet wide.
I'm filled with fluffy pillows.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to work with me here, so I don't want to roll a new character. Thanks. Okay. Oh, 18.
Yay!
18?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just jump straight across the pit.
Yep.
Where is Zilni? So Zilni, you're standing here,
Mhm.
and you jump across the pit, and now you are here.
Mhm.
Endeavor. I need you to either make a strength or a dexterity saving throw.
With
Okay.
advantage, because they're being helped by Brutus.
I will say no.
Mm,
It is 50
Ah.
feet of rope. There should be some slack.
So I'll do Dex,
Mhm.
and it is Miss Jackson.
Okay.
Nice.
So there
Yeah.
is a fair amount of slack. Zilni, when you jump across
Mm-mm.
this 10 by 10 foot slab of stone, as soon as you put weight on it, the whole thing hinges and you fall through.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sit down, sit down.
Cool. Cool. From
happens if
inside
I-
the pit, you just hear him say, "At least I made the jump."
That's not what you say.
Featherfall.
because-
Oh, God.
Featherfall.
Well, he's still tied off.
Yeah, I don't. It like. Yeah, but like we just said that there's 50 feet of slack.
So you
I'm panicking.
you panic, and as your
I-
reaction, you can
I-
cast Featherfall.
I think Lula would panic seeing Zill like drop out of
Disappear.
sight.
Yeah.
Would just immediately panic, cast Featherfall. Like she doesn't think about the rope. She doesn't think about like Endeavor.
Make a perception check.
She's not good at those. 16.
16.
Yeah.
You see Zilni falling
Uh-huh.
and are able to pop that reaction before Zilni is out of sight.
Okay. I think it's the
And-
seeing falling.
So,
If he falls only
Zilny,
5 feet, I'm gonna be a little irritated, but that's okay.
you slowly float down. The stone raises back up, but it can't raise back up all the way because there's the rope in the way. So you only drift down about 15 feet just above the spikes that are at the bottom of the real pit trap.
Shit.
Cool.
Cool.
Pull him up, pull him up, pull him up, pull him up. I only got a minute.
Yep. I'm gonna start reeling him back in, and
Turn-based
I'll
mode.
ask Brutus.
I need one person to make an athletics check with advantage. You are all helping.
Okay.
Brutus.
Okay.
With
Is
the-
Brutus
Not
our
me.
tank?
I mean,
Yeah.
Brutus is a tank.
Brutus is a tank.
I
Ellie's
feel like
don't worry, I'm keeping the rope organized.
19.
19.
Oh, that's what. Hold on. Yeah, 19.
Okay. Zilny, you begin to be pulled back up, but you only make a little bit of progress as the rope is beginning to bind in this wedge between the stones.
Wait, what do you mean by like it's getting tangled in the
No, so like you have the floor and then you have the pit that is going like this.
Yeah.
The rope is like kinked in this gap right here. And the more they try to pull the rope, the more it wants to lift the trap door.
Gotcha.
So they are trying to make progress, but it is very slow and exhausting.
How close to the lid am I?
About
at
10
this
feet.
point? Oh, so not like a distance that I could reach. The fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry. The dog must be leaning against the wall as he's scratching himself, and so his knee is just banging in the wall. So I thought that was like the police at my door or something. I'm like, but my doorbell didn't go off. Like, what the hell?
The doorbell didn't go off. The dog didn't go off.
Right? So it must be the dog. Conclusion met. Sorry.
All right.
Okay. Is it a tight enough, like, is it tight enough that I could feasibly, like, walk up the wall? Like, climb up it using the rope? Because I'm trying to get to that gap.
You have Featherfall on
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
that's true.
next, like, I will say at this point, you've got 8 rounds.
Okay.
So we're just gonna do a couple of laps of actions.
Turn-based mode.
Turn-based mode.
Yeah.
So Zilny, you have Featherfall on, so it's not quite levitation, but you're not falling.
Yeah.
And I will say that because you're little, the thickness of the rope is a little better than, a couple of fingers. So the gap that the rope is creating in this stone is enough that you might be able to get your fingers through.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. So yeah, that's what his goal is, to try to almost like walk up the wall to get to that gap so he can start to try to like pull it down essentially.
Okay. Make an athletics check with advantage as you try to climb the rope. What are the rest of you doing as this is going on?
13.
Okay. Zilny, that is sufficient that you get to the top of this pit.
Now you have the lid,
If we
basically.
could get someone across with a crowbar to it
to
up.
like push it down. Okay.
Yeah. Wedge it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try and jump. I can try and jump hole number 1, or we can put the door down.
I'm gonna, Dustin, can I use my first turn to just like, we've looked in this pit, like if we stuck a hand into the pit?
No one has like stuck a hand or gone into the pit that you're trying to jump over.
Can I take like a rock and just kind of like chuck it into the first pit?
Sure.
Does it go in?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is like
It
actually
goes-
there.
Yeah, there's a pit. It's 10 feet across, about 15 feet deep.
Okay.
There is now plus 1 small rock at the bottom of the pit.
Damn it, we've given it an advantage. Okay. I can
mean,
get
you
across.
do that 500,000 times, and you can just fill the pit in.
I mean, you know, I can
if
get
you-
across.
If you want to get across, do you think you can jam a crowbar in there and...
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you should stay holding the rope with Brutus.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't. Okay. So, I'm sorry if I missed this. There's just been a lot going on. Were we able to determine how far down the pit goes?
The first one or the second
This one's
one?
15.
This one's
First one's 15.
First one's
Yeah.
15.
What if we slanted the door like a plank and then walked up the other side?
Yeah, I
We
think
can.
we can. I think priority is getting Zilny out of
the other pit.
Well, yes, right
Yeah.
now. And then
And then
Yes.
after we can figure out the door situation, yeah.
Yeah. We should probably also mark that section
Yes.
so that later on we don't step on it and all fall into bad.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
Sam,
I'm gonna sit down with Brutus on the rope. We're just gonna make sure that Zill does not drop
Go
if this
anywhere?
wears off, or that once this thing opens up and there's a little bit more slack in it, for lack of a better word, it's not like we all get pulled into pit number 1.
All right, Sam,
Yes.
you're gonna try and jump across.
Yeah, I have a strength of 12.
Okay.
So I should be able to
So-
just get across, right?
Yeah. But if you jump across the pit, you're gonna just land on the trap door.
I can't get like here if I go diagonally or like
Jump diagonally. Yeah, you could do that.
I know that's dumb.
Um,
There may be another trap door there, but that's kind of the cross we bear at the moment.
So
If it's easier, you can just leave me on Brutus.
yeah, that's fine. So you're able to jump across, and you jump across and like immediately grab the pillar
Mm-hmm.
for stability. You're good.
Cool.
Sweet.
I yelled to Zill. Hold on, I'm right here. I'm opening the hatch.
I will say you have 4 rounds left after all of this conversation and then your jump.
Okay. I will press down on it very slowly so I don't knock Zill in the head
Okay.
and see if I can get it open around.
Make an athletics check.
Stop making me roll shit I'm bad at.
If I see this door start moving, can I start pulling from the inside and assist?
Sure.
Because that was my goal. Was I was going to try to pull it open myself from the inside.
All right. Then either one of you can make an athletics check.
I have
You have a plus what?
a +3.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
yeah, well, I have a -1.
Wow.
Just keep
wow,
organizing that rope.
Fuck. Okay. My dice were like,
Just
you got
holding
one
it.
good roll not to die. You get nothing else after that. So it's an 8.
Ooh.
8.
Yeah.
With Lula's help, Zilny, the problem that you have is that you're kind of just like floating tied to this rope. You don't have any like leverage. So you're pulling down on the ledge of this trapdoor, and all you're doing is doing chin-ups.
So
Get your elbow up.
So unfortunately, no, the door is not really budging much. It is having an effect, but it is not the intended effect of actually opening. Um, so it's enough that you know that the door isn't like stuck. You just don't have enough leverage or weight pushing down or pushing it open.
Okay.
What if I use some of the pitons to like put those on the wall and then like almost stand on them to get leverage?
Yeah, make a I will say either athletics or sleight of hand. To get the pitons in the wall, and then another athletics with advantage if Lula is going to continue helping.
Yes, I will continue helping.
Okay.
Get the pitons,
Sleight
you
of
don't
hand
have any help.
and-
You're on your own on that one.
17 to get the pitons in the wall.
More than enough.
Okay. Well, you are definitely going to jail. But a 13 athletics check.
Okay. A 13 is not enough to get it like fully open, but you have increased the gap. I will say each of you can make one more action before the feather fall dissipates.
I'm gonna keep assisting.
Okay.
I mean, I'll pull if there's a little bit more of a gap and I can actually yoink him up closer to the top.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a good picture of how did the trapdoor fall inward towards the pit or inward towards the other direction?
The hinges of the trap door are at the far edge.
Okay, so like
Here.
it's like that. Okay.
So there's like a few inches ledge between the visible pit and the trap door.
What if Lula, you have a crowbar, right?
Yeah.
What if you used your crowbar and like some of your rope to fishing hook the trapdoor? Because it jays like that. And then pull the trapdoor up so that Zil can get some leverage.
Yeah, I can.
Well, you want to push the door
Yeah, you
down.
want to push it
Yeah, it
down.
goes. Yeah, it doesn't flip up; it flips down.
Oh, fuck.
Like he fell through it, and then it
Yeah.
bounced back up.
I'm just having trouble visualizing.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only so much I can
Oh no, it's not your fault. I'm just like
for a pit trap like
no,
this.
it's not your fault. I'm just trying to picture how it goes.
Okay. I'm gonna keep. I mean, Zill is just on the other side, like trying to keep pulling this.
And
thing
I will keep.
open.
Yeah, I'll keep assisting.
So.
Well, because Zil is like kind of in front of the door, right?
No, he's he's literally, he went through the trap door.
Oh, okay.
He's
I'm
under the
underneath it right now,
Underneath
essentially
it,
trying to
gotcha.
pull it open enough so that my skinny self can squeeze through the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Lula, can you stop the hinges off the door and let it fall
Nice.
through?
Yeah,
14. Apparently, I can't get above a 15. with athletics today. And my gut tells me the DC is 15. Because I keep just missing it.
Make an acrobatics check. As the feather fall dissipates, make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, that's about as good as I thought. 7.
Oh.
Okay. You're able to open that gap a little bit more. But as the feather fall fades and you're like, you have somewhat purchase on the ground, so the spell more or less just cuts out. You're able to like get an arm up before the feather fall fails, and you drop a little bit, taking the door with you. Endeavor, I need you to make another either strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okay. We're gonna do our dex again because strength is not really a thing. And 16.
16. Okay.
16.
You are able to hold on to the rope, although it does begin to slip through your fingers a bit. Zilny, you drop a little bit, but you don't drop so far that you lose your grip on the trapdoor. But you are like you've got like 1 foot on those pitons. You've got your arms like splayed out on the door, and you are just very precarious right now.
Can we just yoink him through?
All right. In court, this is what the trap looks like. Here's all of you. You've got the trap you can see, and when you jump over, the trap door opens, and this is Zilny.
Thank you. I can picture it now.
Nice.
I was just picturing it opening into like one giant T-shaped pit.
No, it is 2 different pits. Oh, and
You forgot the spikes.
We forgot the spikes.
I forgot the spikes.
I'm gonna get you a frame for that.
I love it.
We'll hang it on the wall right over his shoulder.
My first trap. So the featherfall has dissipated, but the trap door is swung open enough that the rope is now free, essentially. So at this point, if you would like, you can try to pull Zilny out of the hole.
We would like to try and pull Zilny out of the hole. Is there any way we can, Lula, anything you can do to keep the trap door from, as soon as Zil is not holding on to the lip of it, it's likely gonna once again try to raise back up? Like, it needs some kind of weight on it to keep it open.
Yeah, Dustin, can I use like my crowbar to like
kind of wedge it down?
Either like jam it or just hold it down.
I will say you can make a tool proficiency check for the crowbar, but you are going to use your strength.
Okay, so strength plus proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Am I doubling that proficiency bonus?
Sure.
It's like, sure, I know your strength is shit, so it doesn't matter anyway.
It's not that bad. It could be much worse.
And what you're going to need to do, you're not going to be able to, like, hold the door down without like really standing on it. But you are going to be able to just like wedge that crowbar into
Yeah.
the gap to jam it up and keep it open.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. And I need an athletics check from Brutus with advantage.
Yeah. Come on, Brutus. Come on, boy.
Come
Give him
on,
some
Bru-Bru.
pets. Smack his belly. Feel like the sloshing go on.
You said with advantage, athletics.
Yes.
Sit it down, Brutus.
Athletics with advantage.
Do that thing where dogs sit down and refuse to go further.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at that too. 26.
26. Yeah. Zilnia, as soon as you get this door like down and open, Lula gets the crowbar jammed in there, keeping the door open, and you begin to get pulled up out of the hole. Slight hiccup. You're getting pulled back up, out, and over the first pit.
My goal, okay, can I, while there's still enough slack, maneuver myself, like, to the other side, like, over, fuck is my mouse, to ping, like, over here.
Like
Okay.
on your stomach.
Yeah.
I will say
Like, they're pulling me up, and I'm trying to pull myself over. Trying to go to the diagonal.
make an athletics check with advantage.
We just
You don't have to worry so much about lifting yourself out. Your efforts are focused on your lateral movement to get to the side of the pit.
I'm gonna burn all of my dice. 10.
You just
10.
stop.
That's 10 is enough to go 5 feet to one side. So you make it out of the. If I can find my own damn mouse. You make it out of the pit. Climb to your feet. And now, Lula, you are successfully at the far end of this pit. Zilni is successfully at the far end of this pit. Everyone else is
not.
either looking at a 10-foot gap or a 20-foot gap into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I will just unpause. So you all can move your tokens freely.
Well, we still have this door, which we can get across at least a portion.
Yeah, like if you can get the door here.
Yeah, I
like
mean
there.
this.
Then you can just step over here where I am.
Yeah.
This
Or
line
where Lula
is. Yeah, this line is a couple of inches, but it is a lip of solid stone.
Yeah. So we can get a door there.
I will still, from my side, like, I still have the rope around me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to reach into the first pit to put those pitons there just in case it's like an extra catch for the door.
Okay.
The whole goal from, the jump.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and make an. I'm gonna say make an acrobatics check.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't notice. Using a crowbar grants advantage to strength checks where the crowbar's leverage can be applied. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just that might be helpful for the next, 3 hours.
2 hours.
10.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
Okay.
What happened?
So you lay down like across these two pits.
It's totally fine.
But you're able to, like, you reach out and you're able to get as far as you can without falling back into one of these pits. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to actually place these pitons.
Okay. I would like to be known that if I start falling, my goal is to fall into the one without the spike, so I would maneuver my body in that direction. Just putting that out there. Thanks.
I appreciate you saying that out loud.
Jesus, that is the third 7 I have rolled in a row.
Jesus, Mary
So
and
that's a 10.
Joseph.
Yeah, 10 is enough.
Okay.
So you get a couple of pitons into like this space right here.
Yeah, and I think the goal is to kind of door in this this general direction.
Okay. Is anybody putting pitons in the other side?
Yeah, we should do that because
Yeah,
it'd be
I mean,
really
I was
awesome to put
gonna-
our door down there and then just have it
Yeah.
go like this.
Yeah, we can put the IKEA pegs in the
Yes, we
thing.
put the
Yeah. Literally what you're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Helia will go and shove in some pitons across from Zilni's.
Okay. Make a. I won't make you make an acrobatics check. But just make a sleight of hand to get those pitons in the right place and correctly and whatnot.
Natural 20 for a total of 29.
That's too many.
You know what? We're gonna be safe with this, okay? We're putting all
You
10
hammer
of
it
them
in like a nail.
Yeah. You hammer it all the way into the wall.
Fuck.
So yeah, you get so you got pitons on both edges of this pit. And you guys are just gonna drop the door down over them.
I feel like dropping is maybe not the best plan. Like maybe we do like a lower and push.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna take this rope. I'm gonna untie myself now.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna tie it to this pillar that's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So that then I'm gonna like essentially try to use it as like a catch to help lower the door on the other side.
Okay.
Until I can actually physically reach the door. Because at a
Yeah.
certain point, like I'm too short, I'm not gonna reach it until it's quite low, and then I can position it.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I feel like just dumping a door is a really good way for someone to end up getting knocked out by the door as it falls.
Knocked out and then knocked into one of
Probably
these
the
pits.
spiky pit.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna very carefully lower the door and then kind of shift it out over the pit and so that it can rest on some pitons.
So who is on the outside side of the pit? Who is lowering the door?
That would likely be me.
Okay.
Probably with some help, probably some help from Brutus in the sense that eventually as it tips ground,
need to be an anchor.
Brutus, yeah, kind of
What if
tip
we,
it.
like, tie the
tip it
rope
like that.
around it, and then we can like hinge it and slowly lower it.
If you want to tie off the rope,
I mean, I can tie the rope. That's sleight of hand check, right?
is there anything
Yeah.
to tie it to?
Well,
No, I
the
mean-
other end of that rope is already tied to the pillar on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
or I can
tied.
untie it. Like if you have a better way of doing
No.
it, just
No.
Well, no, I was
No,
thinking
we
like if we
untie
had
the
the
rope.
rope tied to it, then we can like slowly lower it. You know,
Yeah,
then we don't have to like push it and like, oh fuck, hope it doesn't fall in the pit.
which you probably will.
That is a 15-ish. 15, yeah.
Yeah, that's enough to tie a knot and loop around the door.
Yeah.
So Endeavor, as you lower this door, make your athletics check with advantage.
Okay, we're gonna
See, you
be
got
using...
snotty about my door knot, and now you get advantage.
I'm not being snotty about your door. I'm not being snotty about your door.
It is at 8 o'clock, and we're only getting past a
We made
10-foot
it
hole in the
5
floor.
feet.
I know.
Hey,
I mean, we
you
made it
threw
5 feet
holes
and
and
then-
doors at us.
Yeah, you put a hole on the other side of the door that it took us. Athletics.
Not only did I make you defeat the door to get in, but now I'm making you use the door as a tool.
Yeah.
Seriously,
It's
like-
part puzzle too, so like
They're harder than dragons.
listen.
Seriously.
We would all much rather
Dungeons
be
and
fighting
doors,
something.
Dungeons and door bosses.
Dungeons and doors. Okay, so advantage is good because that was really bad on the first roll. Second roll is a athletics is only a +1, so 15.
It's too late to make this door a mimic.
I will
I'd like
come
to,
upstairs.
I'd
and I will
like to
kick your
insight
ass.
everything. I will
All
just
of a sudden,
everything
Sam will
that
just
we
appear
see.
behind Dustin.
I will drive to your house and kick your ass.
It'd be like those old Batman shows. Pow! Bat! Whap!
He just vanishes as I tackle him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like a blur of sand.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Justin
you go to tie this knot and loop it around the door, and the peephole of the door blinks.
Fuck. This feels oddly familiar.
Guys, is that a blood stain that drags
Is
inside?
it what?
Did the door just burp at me?
All right, so Tina,
15
what was
for
your
the athletics?
Okay. Zilnia, I would like you to also make an athletics check. With advantage.
These dice are much better. 15.
Yay!
You successfully lower this door onto these two sets of pitons, and it's a good thing that you did, because the door was almost exactly as long
Yes.
as the pit. So without those pitons, it would have lowered and right to the
Yep.
bottom.
And
Like
it
a
would've
I'm glad
been-
glove.
that we've all put together so much IKEA furniture. We're like, we've got
I know how this
this.
works.
Bookshelf
Guys.
pegs.
just someone just opens up like one of those bandoliers and it just says Allen wrenches of all sizes.
They don't match because they came from different
They're
IKEA
designed.
pieces.
And the flat like actual
Mhm.
wrenches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is
All
there
right, guys.
meatballs in this
Secret
bag of holding?
All right. So
It's
we
the
have
the Schmermogen tool set.
Schmemgren.
Schmemgren
Yeah.
tool set.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I now make my all-purpose tool into that tool set?
Yes.
You just start assembling furniture.
All right.
Lila's like, I got this.
I got this.
All right, guys. We have a walkway. We can do this.
Yay!
She just goes Brutus couch mode, takes out like 3 Allen wrenches and like
There.
Wow.
A
what
door.
art.
Awesome. All right. So we can cross the door now. Do we want to possibly, do we have anything we can use to test out future places so that we don't have to repeat this like 15 feet from here?
What do you mean?
Like,
Do we have any
stuff
way to
throw?
check for bad things? Yeah, either things to throw or things to detect. Do we have any way to detect bad things that are happening in the space as we walk into it?
I can just jump on it again. That worked last time.
I mean, that
I
is
can-
what.
oh, I have the eye for detail feature.
Can you check for
It's
traps,
a bonus
please?
action.
Okay.
But to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
So you want the rogue to just be going
Okay.
through checking for traps.
Would like the rogue to check for traps.
Okay. Probably a
Um,
good idea.
Dustin.
So maybe you go ahead. Maybe Helia goes ahead
Mhm.
and can kind of check the space and see if maybe there are any hidden hinges in the floor that might deposit us into bad things. Or
I'm gonna need Brutus's headlights to assist me.
yes.
You can-
Oh yes,
yeah,
we can.
Brutus can follow you.
Yeah.
Before that happens, while everybody was doing the door thing, Dustin, can I take the flint? Is my flint?
I said flint. I was like, lint. Why do you have lint?
Flint from my tinderbox.
Okay.
And scratch out a big X on the
Yeah.
door, on the trap door.
Yes.
Into the stone.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
It smiles back at you.
So you're doing that. Everyone else is one by one making their way across and into the room.
I'm assuming we'll just get ourselves up in here somewhere.
Yeah. So everybody gets into the room. And you all have an opportunity to take a look around, kind of get your bearings, take in your surroundings.
Yeah.
And you do see that there are a total of 6 torches, torch sconces in this room. They are all unlit.
Okay.
So I know the picture on the map is showing that they are lit, but they are not actually lit.
I think we'd go about lighting them, probably to
Yeah.
help with, help Helia a
Yeah.
bit.
Okay, so you go through and you light all the torches?
Yeah. That sounds like a trap waiting to happen, but yes. The way you said that.
So you
Every
touched
torch
There's
the
is
one.
actually 7 torches, because I'm bad at counting.
He forgot the one that you touch, and it transports you to the
To the astral plane.
to the astral sea. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Whoops. You pull down on it, and like it has that door that flips around, and you just start astral sea.
Yep.
Yeah.
I cast summon. Everybody, we're switching to Spelljammer.
So as you guys are going around lighting these torches, the other thing that you notice in this room is that on the north wall there are 4 windows that look out into what appears to be another room that is more or less pretty barren. And the same on the southern wall. There are 4, and these are all arrow slit windows that look out into what appear to be another room on the other sides of these walls.
Is there anything in this room? Anything furniture, or I don't know, statues, inscriptions, the abandon all hope that goes, over the archway, those types of things. Depictions of Illithid in varying forms. Like on the floor, the mosaic. It's just a mind flayer.
In this corner, you've got just like a pile of debris.
Okay.
Some other scatterings of just wood and debris. In other parts of the room, you've got these 4 pillars that are ornate, but don't really depict anything. And then on the far end of the room, above this open door, there's an inscription in Dwarvish. It just says, "The way is shut. It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it."
Okay.
The way is shut.
Cool. Guys, the way is shut.
The way is
read it,
shut
so I'll
in
go to
front
judgment.
of this open door. It says, "The way is shut."
I think. Hey, even better, somebody already opened the way for us.
Perfect.
Okay, but nothing that would indicate use necessarily of this
Make
space.
an investigation check.
Okay. We're gonna go with you. We're gonna stick with you from now on. 23.
23. Yeah, this appears to be just like an entryway, a foyer. And the pillars, like I said, the pillars are ornately carved, but don't really depict anything. you do see evidence of like um uh like carvings, like decorative
Mhm.
carvings or scratchings in some of the walls in places. Although they have been you do see that most of the shapes appear to be humanoid. They're all very weathered,
Mhm.
so it's difficult to tell exactly what it is or what it's depicting. But it looks like humanoid shapes, probably dwarves,
Mhm.
um, and um, probably warriors. The
Okay.
same kind of motif
Okay.
um, is common in like ancient Greek architecture. You've got um, you've got the columns and then like the molding, like ground molding, uh, is just lines of Greek soldiers. It is that kind of aesthetic, although it's very weathered and you can't pick out fine details. But with a 23, that is likely your best guess.
Okay. Okay. So fair to assume it's whatever this is seems somewhat military in nature based off of the arrow slits in
Mm-hmm.
this. Whether
Yeah,
or not it's like we're worshiping the god of war versus we are preparing for the war in this building and shooting at people outside.
yeah. I mean, this room is obviously very defensible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
if there were if there were archers on the other sides of these walls, in the time that it took you to get past the pit trap, you would have been porcupines by now.
Hey guys, we should probably pay attention to these slits that people can shoot us from.
So, you but you don't see really any evidence of recent use or recent traffic.
Yeah.
Um, the portcullis was down and the doors were shut when you had gotten here.
The way
So
it was shut.
it was made by those who were dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All
but
right.
yeah, so that's pretty much what you get just in this entryway.
Okay. We should we should proceed with caution. A lot.
Dustin, do you want me to actively roll for investigation slash perception, or otherwise, my passives are 22 for both?
Your passive is 22 for
For
investigation.
both in investigation and perception.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to rely on your passive, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, if you are actively looking for traps as often as you want, roll those investigation checks and let me know.
I mean, it makes sense if I roll right now, but I think generally she's just got an eye out and aware, trying to be aware of her surroundings.
Okay. Um,
Not great. You want investigation, right?
yes, it'll be
That
investigation.
was 12. The first one was 12, so
Okay.
better to rely on my passive at this point because I keep rolling that shit.
Yeah. In this room, you're kind of everybody is kind of doing a lap. Um, and you are taking a look at these arrow slit windows and the door at the far end, and you're not really finding any other evidence of other traps. Um, okay. Um, Endeavor, Janora, the wizard,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of following you and like taking a similar kind of interest in these carvings.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also not really able to make heads or tails of what it really is.
Um, I will. I'll turn to her and say, if Do you have any parchment? Anything you could take a rubbing with?
Yeah, I could. That's a good idea. And she immediately reaches into her pack, pulls out some parchment and a bit of black chalk,
Just kind of.
uh, and just starts taking rubbings of, really anything that she notices, anything that you point to that might be interesting. Um,
Can at least go
she,
over them later.
yeah, wizard, lots of paper on hand.
She pulls in this trunk.
Yeah, I mean, she has like a large book full of blank pages, and she just starts tearing pages out of this book. But yeah, um, and that's pretty much it in this room. You have um, the door at the far end. Are you guys ready to continue?
Yes.
Guys, I
So?
just realized I had
Yep.
guidance the whole time, just so you know.
Good.
Cool.
Cool. Yep, told you. Yep. Okay, I'm chalking it up to the fact that Endeavor doesn't think about, like, God. Probably should more often.
I mean, it wouldn't have helped Rhodes really. So it's a pitch.
No,
though.
no.
Even God wouldn't help
But it would have
you.
helped the rest of
It would have
us.
helped the rest of us. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So go ahead and start making your way deeper into this complex.
Which door do we want to take? Do we want to head through this, the way is shut door?
Yeah. I would
Well,
say.
that's the only door.
Oh, okay. The other space is just kind of through the pillars into the open space
Yeah.
beyond the northern space.
The northern space is only visible through these arrow slit windows.
It's like a side
Okay.
yard, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a side courtyard.
So we should have Helia check it out first.
Yes. Court, if you need light, let me. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can see like straight in there with Brutus like that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just step into the threshold, like in the doorway, but not through it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me your investigation.
16.
16.
Yes.
You do not see anything troublesome or indicative of traps in the area.
She'll like reach up and just like signal like move forward, and then she'll step through.
On that wall there are 2 unlit torches, and then the southern wall is lined with a few torches.
Okay.
Like
is it okay if I say
those.
like if she took one of her torches and lit it from one of the other ones, she's carrying it and can light the torches along the wall?
Sure. So I'm going to. So if you are carrying a torch,
yeah,
there you can give yourself a little bit of light.
Just so Brutus doesn't have to like stay with me the whole time.
Yeah.
The one time we don't have like a million people with the light cantrip.
I
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can have the light cantrip, just
not right now.
not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
So so this corridor comes to a T intersection. You can either take the path straight ahead, or you can take the path left to the north.
Just so you know, Zill is keeping towards the back and like essentially babysitting our benefactors, so we get paid.
Yeah, your benefactors are following. Actually, Trallin and Hake are... Actually, it's Trallin and Janora are kind of just at the back. Yeah, Janora and Hake are together, and then Saoirse and Trallin are together. I'm not going to keep moving them, but they are more or less keeping pace with you.
Okay.
Which way do you guys think we should? I mean,
It looks like it might be a dead end at the end. Try and finish out this room, and then we can move north.
Go around.
So you guys are headed
So if we head in
east.
Yeah, head east, see if there's a door there. If not, move back. If so, then we... Unless there is a door and I just can't see it.
There's a door down here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you do see a door here.
Oh, there we go. Now it pops.
And as you guys are continuing on, you like
I go
see more
test
of
the
these
door to see if it's
torches.
unlocked.
Do you want to check for traps first or second?
Always. Always first.
All you said was, I try to open the door to see if it's unlocked.
I said, can I go check the door to see if it's unlocked? But yes.
Investigation.
Okay. Natural 20.
Hey!
27 total.
You are pretty confident that it is not trapped.
In that case, she will reach up and try to see if it's unlocked. If it's not unlocked, then she will take out her thieves' tools and unlock it.
The door does not appear to be locked. However, it is a large, like, mostly iron door. It is a very heavy-duty door, but you do get it open.
I was going to say, in that case, she'll push real hard and her feet will slide on the stone, probably. Ooh, big room in here.
Oh.
Let's check it out.
We haven't, as we've walked along, no one has seen any bodies or anything, right? Skeletons, bones, piles of skulls.
Nope.
Cool.
I think I'd feel more better if we did.
Step in. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose if everybody from the out there came in here and then dropped portcullis and, whatever was out there maybe couldn't lift it either.
She's going to step in. Just
We're
in the
gonna find
doorway.
them all in some room after they had to eat one another.
Looks like there's some barrels and things in here. Supply room, maybe?
I would like everyone to make a perception or investigation, depending on how interested you are in this room.
Oh, with like machinery and all kinds of shit. Oh, yeah.
18 for either one.
Which one are you? You're going to learn different information.
So I don't think she's necessarily interested in the machinery, but she's interested in checking to make sure that it's not trapped or in otherwise going to like explode at them, or nothing's going to sneak up on them.
Yeah. 16 for investigation.
I think like when she sees the machines, she wants to make sure that before Lula pushes the button, it's not going to, cause her friend to lose a hand or a head.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we've got a 16 investigation, an 18 perception. Tina, you got a 14 for
14. 14 perception. Except I'm trying to determine, given what's in here, what this room would have been used for.
Okay. And Sam, I assume you're going investigation.
Investigation for me, if it helps. Yeah, investigation for me for sure. I did roll for Brutus, but he only rolled a 7. Perception, just he's kind of just as
he's guard dogging.
He's guard dogging, yeah.
Okay.
Not.
And what was
great
your
right
investigation?
Investigation was a 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
So this room, all of you rolled fairly well enough to at least get the basics. This is very clearly a workshop of some kind. All of the equipment and machinery in this room is very dated and antique, clearly. Sam,
Yes.
there are a number of pieces of machinery that appear to have a magical component. This is the largest artificer's workshop you have ever
Oh
seen.
my god, she kind of like starts like fangirling a little bit.
Like, but it's it's the largest workshop you've ever seen, but because it's so old and outdated, like, it would be like going back to the 1950s and seeing a computer that takes up an entire office building and then holding up your phone and saying, I can do all of that and more with this.
Got it. Okay.
So, but it is very cool nonetheless. With Rhodes, you said you got a 16 perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. So yeah, you get more or less the same thing. It is very clearly an artificer's workshop. It is designed for seemingly a couple of different specific purposes. Sam, the extra bit that you get is that these like specific functions that this machinery is meant for appears to be essentially creating like your artificer infusions.
Got it. Okay. So it's almost like a larger version of my like all-purpose tool or like any of the the toolkits that I use, just on a much literally saying what exactly what you said of like a room-sized machine to a pocket-sized machine.
Correct.
For infusions. Okay.
Ooh.
I think she would kind of start babbling about that a little bit as we are like walking and investigating. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, artificers, you know, way back then, like they had to use all of this stuff for this teeny tiny thing, and now I can build bug whenever I want using like just a pack on my hip, and it's amazing. And she just goes blah 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 blah, like just immediately starts.
Mm-hmm. Tina, what do you?
I 14.
14, and that was a perception.
Yeah.
Did any? And then Court, you got a
18.
18 perception.
Mm-hmm.
Tina, you notice one of the first things that you notice is along the back wall, the northern wall, there are more of those arrow slit windows. And as you cross the room to go investigate what those look out over, you can see that those look out over like a small lake or a river or something that butts up to the building here. Over one side, the left side, as you're looking out these windows, the water is flowing to the left and disappears over the cliff, but it is very quiet. You don't actually hear like your typical waterfall sounds, which immediately makes you think the bottom of this waterfall must be really far away, or the water is not crashing like you would expect it to.
Yeah. Based on how we came in, this likely is sort of, we were on the edge of a drop it's safe to assume that cliff kind of follows all around.
Kinda, yeah.
Because I know we didn't have room to go around the building because it was just sheer drop.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're definitely not gonna ride boats down that river. Although, I
Um,
mean, if fresh water could be helpful.
Court, one of the things that you notice in the room is as you enter and get a little bit deeper into the room, over here um is kind of like an area with like desk space and more like work tables as opposed to just machinery. Um and one of the things that you notice, and I will light. Oh, there were only 2 torches in here, so I light those 2 torches. Um, so one of the things that you notice in this little area is the like this entire corner. Uh, this entire corner is actually like all bookshelves and is filled with books and scrolls and paper and papyrus and all sorts of things that, as you've experienced so far down here, none of those types of materials should be surviving at all.
She's gonna call Endeavor over.
Um, and as you do that, it begins to click. You didn't really realize it when you entered the room, but there's actually a lot of actual wood
Mm.
in here that is weathered and deteriorating, but it is infinitely more intact than the stuff outside.
Um, is there anything in here that would indicate this is sort of protected by a spell? Can I make an Arcana check to kind of
You have detect
see if...
magic?
No, I'm a rogue. I have 0 magic.
You have detect non-magical traps.
I have detect lies.
Detect lies.
But just to see, like, I think that she's been around magic enough that, like, if there's magic there, she'd recognize it without being magical herself.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check, sure.
I would just like to see if I can read the titles of the books.
Yep.
If there are books there, then the books have spines.
Yeah, there are books. The books have spines. You do you can start reading titles. Um
I don't want to touch them just in case. I mean, if they're preserved, let somebody who maybe is better equipped to touching magical things deal with them, but I'd like to try and just kind of scan them to see if, you know, 'cause I'm imagining like the shelf in a lab where it's got like the, handbook for, elementary infusions and like lab protocols and the obviously the what to do for your chemical spill.
yeah, there are a couple of books or scrolls on those types of topics. There are also a lot of books about detailing like histories and about religion. There's a book just called The Forge Master.
Sweet.
Um it's there's a book called Trials of the Forge Master.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called Calamities of an Age.
Cool.
There is a book called um, uh, Infusions for Dummies.
Mm.
There's And there's a whole bunch of other titles kind of in that vein. Lots of stuff about artificer infusions, how to create infusions. Lots of books about histories and myths. Um, there's a book called like Myths of the Underdark, or um, myths of this, elven myths, dwarven myths.
I hope there's
That
one
sort of
called
thing.
Confusion to Infusion, Artificer's Introduction to
Infusions.
yeah.
To making your new best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Hey, we have this one. Oh, we have the 11th edition, and this is the first.
yeah.
I think seeing that obviously some of these are scholarly works. Some of them look like they get heavily into the more theoretical side of magic.
Hmm.
I'll kind of flag down both Lula if she can take herself away from like poking at the everything.
Yeah.
But also Janora,
Okay.
who may be able to, I guess Janora, maybe Trawlin, let them
Okay.
know that there seems to be a collection of reasonably well preserved books, scrolls, and other written documents in this corner.
Janora, seeing this, immediately casts a spell. Um, it is detect magic.
I was gonna say if she can't do it, I can do it tomorrow. Like if we come
Yeah, I was
back.
gonna say tomorrow we can definitely do some things.
We can definitely do some things. I'm
Um,
also thinking we should camp in here if we don't find a better room.
well, you guys have the camp that Fabian and his family is making,
Oh yeah, they are
just
making
outside.
camp just outside.
They
Yeah.
are making camp. I mean,
Right.
though, I suppose we could. No, well, I was gonna say, I suppose we could always, if we wanted to stay in, we could
I
notify
forgot
them.
that
But
they were
then,
making camp out there. It's not a big deal. I just figured it's a single point of
yeah,
entry. The windows are facing a giant waterfall.
Mhm.
yes.
That kind of stuff. But I forgot that yes, we already have a camp being set up. Never mind.
Okay.
We're not expecting any danger. It's fine.
No, it's totally fine.
I mean, to be fair, it has been quite empty in here since we arrived.
Hmm.
We haven't seen any
Yeah.
people bones or indications that this has been occupied recently. Of course, they seem to have a lot of books about, well, everything.
So Junora casts detect magic.
Janora casts detect magic. Gives it a moment or two, and then starts just grabbing books off the shelves.
Okay.
And starts thumbing through them. And she calls Hake over, like essentially shouting at him, "Hake, this is some good shit. Get over here and take a look at this."
Some good shit, guys.
And so Hake comes over, starts flipping through some of it. And meanwhile, Trallin is kind of looking at some of it. There's a few titles that he picks up and thumbs through. Like that Trials of the Forge Master, he picks up, and one or two others he starts thumbing through. Sersha is on the other side of the room, just taking a better account of like what all this machinery is, trying to figure out what it does, and kind of going through the rest of the room like with that fine tooth comb.
As they're going through these books, and now that they're pulling them out and everybody's just having a free for all, and I can see all the things,
Mm-hmm.
I want to jot down the just very sort of quickly, just a kind of a quick list of okay, here's what we have.
Okay.
Mostly this will just be probably just book titles as they're coming off the shelf. I want to look at that list and see, is there a theme? Is there a theme to what was being researched in here, or is this the kind of eclectic mix that you would expect of an individual's own personal, library? Or was somebody, do the books indicate whoever was in here or used the space was researching something more focused?
You make an investigation check.
Yes.
Investigation or maybe insight.
I will probably want to insight some books. Do I want to insight books? I want to insight books,
Are
definitely.
these books lying to you?
I mean, listen.
I mean, it wouldn't be. Is this book a mimic? Miss Jackson.
This is much more the collection of an individual.
Okay.
Although the titles were at one point organized into different topics or
We have our
genres.
history and our religion and our artifice and
Mm-hmm.
our, should look and see if there's anything that they marked.
I will get you a
That's cool.
more complete list of titles at a later date.
I can sit down when we have some time with, the others who are going to probably pour over the books and the scrolls,
Mm-hmm.
and we can
Yeah.
see if we can parse out the fun stuff.
So
In the hallway.
Sorry.
They're-
What language are these in?
It appears to be. What languages do you know? Is the only.
Oh, Gnomish in common.
Cool. Do you have a positive intelligence modifier?
Yes.
You also know Dwarven.
Okay.
You live in Germany and can't speak German. That's ridiculous. You know Dwarven.
A lot of people in Germany speak English. You could probably manage to make it work.
Or at least you pick up you know enough Dwarvish to get by.
Germany was probably a bad example.
You know enough to tell the difference.
You live in France and don't speak French.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Fair. They'd be pissed about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mark down on your character sheet that you know Dwarven. God damn it.
I'll take the freebie.
To be fair, I didn't take Dwarvish as a language either.
I didn't have the option. I didn't have any more.
Yeah.
No longer do the number of languages you know be
Yeah.
based upon your intelligence modifier. That is an old edition thing.
Yep.
Back in third.
Before the dark times.
Back in 3.5 edition.
Before the dark times. Before fourth ed. So you are kind of like looking over some of their shoulders as they're looking at these books. The alphabet appears to be the Dwarvish alphabet, but you can't understand some of these titles. Like, it's written in a very like archaic Dwarven.
Okay. Like trying to read Old English where you're like, that's English.
Yeah. Traditional Mandarin versus simplified Mandarin.
Emphasis on the ish.
Yeah.
No, you read it and you look at and you realize that like that character can't mean that.
Yeah.
Like, in context, that definitely it looks like that and it means that now, but it probably didn't mean that originally because that does not make any sense.
So these books are written in like a very old archaic dialect of Dwarven. And I will say that the rest of the the rest of the day, so like a few hours, you guys are poring over this room. Um, as you are, um, continuing to search in here, there you don't really find much in the way of like other valuables outside these books. Um, but Lula, you uh, figure out more about this machinery and the kinds of infusions uh, that they help
Right
create.
back.
Um, it is actually um, near the where everybody is standing. There's this um, dome piece,
Mm-hmm.
and that piece of machinery is, the best you can tell, is supposed to help create a bag of holding.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
Hmm.
the uh, the two like windmill things that are set up in the middle of the room are essentially like the power generation that uses the water from outside.
Mm-hmm.
Some hydroelectric going on to power all of the other machinery and that sort of thing.
So over the
Um,
next couple hours, is it possible for me to like investigate this and see if it's something that is workable machinery, or like could I figure out, like, you walk in and you see a printing press and you try and figure out how to use said printing press to make a book? Like,
yeah.
could I try and figure that
Um,
out?
Go ahead and make a tinkerer's tool check.
If I notice her doing that, I'll assist.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so Tinker's tool would be proficiency times 2, so 6 plus my intelligence or dex?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay, so plus 10. 27. Thank you for the advantage.
With a 27, over the next couple of hours, you figure out exactly how this machine would function. It is currently inoperable.
Okay. Do I know how to fix it to be operable, or is it like literally just like it's so busted?
It's busted, it's old.
Okay.
I suppose you could restore it.
But
It
that would
would
take
take
a longer time than what we have. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to take a quick break since it's 8:45?
Yes. Let's take a quick 5 minutes. And when we return, we will have returned and then can continue.
All right, we shall be right back. Welcome
God.
back.
It's the internet. It's back.
Thought we got rid of it.
So yeah, as we continue, we've got this big old workshop and a crap ton of books and such. Um, that it is mostly Hake and Janora combing through. Um, is there anything in particular you guys want to do here or poke around any of the other rooms or anything like that before the end of the first day down here?
I think unless everybody is I kind of already took up my couple hours, I think. So I will proceed to the group, but you probably have to leave Lulu behind.
I think that if Lula staying behind, Elia will stay with her. Just to watch her back, make sure she's not like, you know, unless you want to be alone with your metal dog. I don't know. She'll stay with you to watch her back. She definitely doesn't feel that it's a good idea to like leave one behind, much less one of their own. I think if it was Trollan, she'd be like, "Yeah, bye, fucker." But yeah, she'll stay behind with you.
I'm not sure staying anybody splitting up is a great idea, to be fair.
Oh, we could all stay here if the others want to go back to camp.
I think I think Janora's very invested in the books for the next couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're planning on heading back anytime soon.
Whatever suits them, I suppose. I mean, we have plenty of things to keep us busy in here, it seems.
Hake actually overhears part of this conversation. Um, and actually suggests to you, hey, why don't the four of you go back to camp and go back to that house where they were setting up camp and have them set up camp in here. Um, this area seems safe enough and close by and maybe a little bit more defensible and not, you know, where that giant Neogi nest was.
Yeah. I was going to say camping not near the giant spider whatever colony might be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good thing we made the door bridge.
And you made the door bridge. So the four of you run back to camp. They're still, in the middle of just like starting to set everything up. So it's not too much of an inconvenience. Um, but you help Fabian and his family pack everything back up, and you schlep everything um, into this workshop. And we are going to have that guy. We're going to have two of these guys. All right. So yeah, you all make camp. I actually get a small fire started. Da, da, da. And you end the day. Everybody takes shifts on watch. The first watch is the who I did actually name. The first watch includes Philip and Jonah, the two sons, and Saoirse takes the first watch. What watches? So there's going to be 3 watches. Do any of you have a preference of when you want to take your watch?
Not really.
I think Helia would prefer to take either the first one or the last one, simply so she could take off her armor to sleep.
Okay. Alright, then we'll have Helia go first. So it'll be Philip, Jonah, Helia, and Saoirse.
Can I have Brutus do all 3 watches?
Yeah, because he doesn't
He
sleep
doesn't
or
sleep.
anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Helia will give him ear scritches. As much as one can ear scritch a metal dog.
Endeavor, I don't believe you sleep either.
I shut down, though.
But you do have to shut down, go into, like,
But you
Yeah,
stay
low power mode.
But you stay
I go-
like act like perceptive the
Conscious.
entire time, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in a
Low
sense,
power
but I
mode.
need to. Yeah, I go into sentry mode, so I need to be inactive and motionless. So,
Okay.
I'm not unconscious. I can see and hear. But I am not doing anything, so I just like power down.
Mhm.
I go into sleep mode basically.
Yeah.
But I'm
A little
still
light
on.
that breathes.
Yeah, there's like that very faint, probably really slow sort of like that like goes on and off in
Mhm.
there. But I can also actively take one of the I can take second if nobody wants to take that watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably take third if that's okay.
I can take second. That's cool.
Okay. So first watch with Helia, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Do you want Brutus too?
Yeah, Brutus can make the perception check as well.
26.
26.
23 for Brutus.
Okay. Brutus is keeping a pretty good eye and an ear out. There really isn't much happening. But Helia, at some point during your watch, you think that you hear something coming from outside the room.
Does it sound... Can I tell if it's more than just your generic noise? Is it creepy voices? Is it scuffling? Or does it sound like sort of the building settling with temperature changes? Anything like that?
It's not. You got a 27,
26, but yeah.
26. It definitely sounds like um it almost sounds like whispering.
Okay.
Like
I think
there is someone, like there's a person, not just a creature, but like a person that is somewhere here or somewhere
okay.
nearby.
Okay. Um, I think her first instinct would definitely be to kind of put a hand on her short sword of warning.
Hmm.
Even though it makes noise, she just wants to see if it's like heating up at all, like starting to warn her or not.
Yeah,
And
and
just
it will um and remind me your sword will heat up and it'll make
yeah,
like a
something like kind
ringing
of like a
tone.
gong. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and myself and me and any of my companions within 30 feet of me can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non magical sleep.
Okay.
So, if they uh, if they're sleeping, it would wake. If I was sleeping,
It
it would
wakes
wake
them
us
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Um your short sword is slightly warm to the touch. Um but it's not making any noise and none of your companions are waking.
Okay. She's gonna stay with the group. Um, I'm guessing she can't make out what any of the whispers are saying. It just sounds like dissonant whispering.
Dissonant whispering, yeah.
Okay. She's just gonna kind of look at Brutus and give him a little pat on the side and be like, "Do you hear that?"
Bumps a little.
Um yeah, I mean Brutus can't talk.
Well, yeah,
Um
obviously. It's like when I talk to Max. He
uh
just goes like this.
That's normal.
Philip
Yeah.
actually looks in your direction and says, "Hear what?"
She looks at him, whispering.
Um
It's not
Philip
close.
and Jonah both stop what they were doing and they kind of lift their heads. I
She'll
don't
look at them and she'll say,
think I hear anything.
yeah, she'll look at them and she'll say, "It's not close, but my sword warns me when danger's near, and it's very gently warning me of danger. It would be much louder if it were closer."
Um, Jonah stands up and says, "Actually, I think I do hear it." And he starts taking a few like cautious steps towards the door, like looking for the source.
She'll kind of hold out a hand and say, "Stay back. If it's not coming near, we shouldn't provoke it. Just keep on your toes."
Make a perception or persuasion check.
Miss Jackson.
Okay. Um, he just like looks at you, and uh, uh, yeah, we'll we'll just stay here. Um,
Just keep it in mind. We'll want to warn whoever takes watch after us to be wary of it. Wouldn't surprise me if there were ghosts of memories down here.
mhm. Um, yeah, the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Whoever is gonna take second watch, Helia will go wake her companions, and then she'll give them a rundown of what she heard in the whispers to basically tell them exactly what it sounded like and to keep an ear out for it, and then just let her know, and then just kind of like tap her sword, which they all would know that she has, and say, if it gets very close, it'll warn us, but keep an ear out.
All right. So second watch is going to be Brutus still, Endeavor,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Zilny, and it'll also be um, Fabian and Trallon.
Mm-hmm.
So I need perception checks from all of you.
19 for Brutus.
21
19
for
for Zilny.
Endeavor. Oh.
All right. Endeavor, what did you get?
21.
21. 19, 19, and 21. Perfect. So Helia warns you that there was this like whispering noise of some kind. But you don't hear it now, and nothing is seeming to happen. But about an hour or so after your watch begins, Helia's and the two boys are fast asleep at this point. Um, you both do begin to hear it. Um, Tina,
Mm-hmm.
I would like actually I would like both of you to make wisdom saving throws. Brutus does not need to make one.
Is it a magical effect?
Tell me about the kind of advantage you have.
Gnomish something. Gnome cunning.
Yeah, it's one of the Yeah, it's scroll. Which one is it?
Is it just advantage on?
Yeah, advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
Okay. Yes, you get advantage here.
Thank God. Jail for you. I mean, it's still only a 10.
Oh.
It was that or the natural one.
Oh,
Okay.
Man.
17 for me.
17.
You need to have a
Okay.
conversation with your dice, Rhodes.
Many.
Threaten him a little. Put a little bit of fear in him.
Borrow that holy water in Sam's fridge.
Yeah.
Zilmy, you swear that you could almost make out what these voices are saying. And you are, I don't want to use this word, but you are compelled to find their source.
Yeah, after a little bit, then he will get up and start almost like moving around the room, trying to pick up on what direction he thinks they're coming from,
Okay.
Zilny, what are you doing?
I have to figure out where they're coming from. At the very least, we have to be prepared.
They don't seem to be coming closer. Perhaps we just stay quiet over here in the presumably corner over where we're staying. Keeping an eye on Zilny to see. As long as Zilny's kind of in the room keeping an eye on stuff, I'm not entirely concerned. But I am keeping an eye out to make sure that he doesn't wander off, because we just had this conversation of we're not going to have people wander off by themselves. That's not good. We don't know what's in here. There could be traps.
Yeah, how compelled? Like, if I can't figure out the direction they're coming from while I just pace, like, inside the room, do I feel compelled to leave the room?
You, after doing a lap or two around the room, it seems as though the source is coming from outside this room. And as you approach the door, you think you pick up a few scattered words. Something about gold or treasure or jewels or something like that. And that would be exactly the kind of thing that um, Hake would be looking for with this excursion. So you do feel um, a sense of duty to ascertain where this thing is, where this gold or jewels or treasure, whatever it is that this voice is mentioning, that there's something here and you should find it. Because maybe there's a bonus in it for you.
Yeah, so Zil will get to the you regret this so much. Fuck you, dice. And he'll like start
He's got a retirement
almost
fund.
like leaving the door, leaving the room, like starting to walk out to again, he's just trying to figure out where the voice is coming from and see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Zilny, get back here. Dildy's just
Nobody is leaving the
shit.
room.
I will get up and head following behind, and also Brutus is still awake.
Bruce is still awake. Mechanically,
Alright.
Dustin, would he be empowered to, as like, knowing that he's being guard dog? Would this trigger anything, or would Lula need to be awake for that?
I think Lula would need to be awake to give
Order.
specific commands or complicated commands. However, as Zilny is leaving the room and you turn and head back down the hall towards the entrance,
Yeah.
Court, you wake up. Your sword is warm
Gonging.
in your hand.
You'll probably see Endeavor like halfway to the door and turning back to tell Brutus to wake everybody up.
When Lula, when her sword wakes her up, she will just immediately wake up Lula.
Okay.
Zilny's following whispers.
What? I told you guys not to follow them.
Court, you can still hear them.
He got up, he started looking around the room, and then just.
Would I be able to catch up with Zilny?
Yeah. Zilny isn't walking very fast. Lula, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Helia is going to try to catch up with Zilny and get in front of him to try to,
18.
Get in his way to sort of stop the pursuit.
Lula, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we gotta follow the whispers, guys.
Wow, the advantage would have been really great if Homegirl hadn't rolled a 3.
Zilny?
That's a 3 total.
Actually, it's a 5 total. I rolled a 4 and a 2.
Okay. You start hearing these whispers, and you can immediately tell that they are coming from at least somewhere outside the room, and you begin to follow this noise, trying to find its source.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brutus.
Brutus, being a good doggo, just begins to follow you.
Yeah, she'll
Helia,
follow.
I think she would try to say, Brutus, Lula's in danger. Don't let her go. See if he'll.
I mean, he's not your dog.
No, but sensing that his master is in danger.
he's gonna go follow her and protect her from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, probably. So the two of us.
I think Helia's gonna just try to slap Zilny and get him to snap out of it.
Grab Lula,
So how much damage do I take?
from the back of the robe.
Have a negative strength modifier.
As you're all leaving, Fabian looks at you and says, What are you doing? Where are you going?"
Help me.
They
Trying to
wandered-
keep them from leaving.
the two of them want. Well, Zilny's already out there.
Zilny?
Dustin, what's the compulsion like? Is it like get on the back of Brutus and use his speed to get out of here, or like a rushed hurry to catch up to Zilny?
No, it's I need to
go check this out.
I need to go check this out. You're still, like, cognizant. You're not a zombie.
Okay.
Just following this voice.
Yeah.
But it is essentially like a charm effect.
Got it.
Or
Yeah,
similar.
I think I'm just gonna try to just Zilny, I will slap you silly if you don't turn around and go back in there right now.
You guys are being ridiculous.
Yeah. I assume it's like I know this is not a good idea,
Yeah.
but there's something in my brain telling me it's okay to do the stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I should do the stupid thing. So I'll just say to Helia, it's fine. I'm just going to figure out where it's coming from, so we're aware. Go back to sleep.
No, it's not fine. And she'll press the hilt of her sword to like his arm so that his non-metal arm. Clarification. It's dangerous, but it's not close enough to be a problem. We shouldn't be doing this. I died earlier. Remember?
Smartass in me is like, that sounds like a personal problem.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
But you
problem.
didn't, did you?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Does any of this help Zilny to the point where he could make another wisdom save? Or is it just like, okay, yeah, I hear you. Whatever. Nag, nag, nag. Nag, 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 nag.
Nag, nag, nag.
Do you have lesser restoration, Tina?
Not until
we
I
went up.
finish an actual rest.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had or not.
No, I don't have a lot of room to prep stuff, so
No, you're fine.
I don't have that one.
We going up then? We hear up.
Yes.
Okay.
So this conversation is happening, and the four of you are all just walking.
Cool.
And it leads you up that other path towards the water.
Oh god.
And there is...
Don't look in the water.
As you all getting up here, the voices lead you into this room over here.
Is my sword still just hot in my hand, or is it getting...
As you guys get closer and closer to this fountain in the middle of the room, the whispers begin to get louder. You definitely know you're on the right track. All four of you can hear them. And Court, your sword is starting to hum as well in your hand.
You guys can hear it. I know you can.
Yeah, we're just gonna look.
You never just look. This is
That's
unnecessary.
Typically touch.
I don't.
Okay, I do. And saying that, she's gonna approach the fountain.
I'm just gonna.
Uh,
Can I reach out and grab her?
so
Physically
hold on.
Grab her like by the back.
Hold
of the
on.
legs.
So
Hold
all
your
the
horses.
medium-sized creatures just grab all the small-sized creatures. That's sizist.
She's gonna lift you up under my arm.
I'm gonna sit on you.
All right. So, Zilni and Lula,
Yeah.
both of you
I love
are
when I don't have to be
hearing.
accountable for my actions.
Both of you are hearing these whispers, and they seem to be coming from this fountain.
Yeah.
You step over to the fountain, and you peer over the edge into the water, and you see the water is crystal clear. You can see your reflection in it. And the you peer over, and you're like looking for any kind of like sign of what is actually making this noise. Sam,
Yeah.
you're peering into this water and at this fountain, and you look down and you see your reflection, and your reflection winks at you.
Oh my god! I think that freaks her out for a second. Like,
Make a wisdom saving throw.
okay. Still against magic?
Yep.
Come on! I mean, it's an 11, but...
Okay.
It's still girl.
Not too bad. You only take 3 points of psychic damage.
Oh, no.
And now everybody rolls initiative.
Uh-oh. Said don't look in the water. Fuck.
You said don't touch it. So the one
I said-
person in this group that's probably gonna touch it.
First I said don't look in it. You looked and touched.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looked back.
22 for me.
What's my initiative?
I looked in the water, and the water looked back.
The water blinked. Winked.
So Court got a 22. Lula and Brutus.
Brutus goes on mine. I rolled a 13.
And Zilni.
8.
And last but not least, Endeavor.
17.
All right. As you are all reeling and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and Lula, you snap out of whatever state
good.
you've been in. Just in time to see just in time to see one of these statues start to turn and face your direction.
Oh.
And the statue, that this figure that was in a like crouched position turns, stands to its full height, and blackened stone wings unfurl from behind it.
Uh-oh.
No.
Court, it is your turn first.
Okay. So is it these gargoyles? I'm not sure.
Yes, it is. It is this guy right here.
Okay. I would like to.
Oh, I probably don't have my armor on, huh?
I guess.
Yeah, unless you were already on watch, you are not wearing any armor.
Shield's okay?
Yep.
She probably would have grabbed her shield.
Yeah, you could grab your shield.
She's gonna make it to right here and then kind of look back at the group and say, we either run or we fight. Which will it be? I think we need to get out of here. And then, oh god. She's gonna bonus action dash.
Mm-hmm.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And just, attack it. Seems
Okay.
like a really bad idea. It's 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I do not have any sort of advantage, so I do not have sneak attack. 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And that's from the short sword of warning.
Yes.
Okay.
Movement. Bonus action, action. That's about all I can do.
Alright. It is now its turn. And there we go. And it is going to, because you got in its face, it is going to try and claw at you, and it is also going to reach, lean down for a bite.
Okay.
Well, 10's probably not going to do it.
Even without my armor, it does not do it.
Okay, so the natural 1 bite also doesn't do it.
Elliot's like ducking and weaving. Ducking and rolling.
Endeavor, it is your turn.
Well, there's only the one. There's only the one, and Zill looks,
Well, there's
does
3.
Zilny look like he's, with it?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Found the whispers. We found the source of the whispers. Insight is 25.
Whoa.
25?
Yeah.
Zilny's probably not all there.
Oh, damn
Rude.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, that wasn't supposed to be a short joke, but
I was
it'll
thinking
work.
age joke.
Oh.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
like
both.
intelligence,
You know what?
like all of this was just mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all of the above.
Rude.
I'm gonna drop fairy fire
Okay.
on this here zone.
That is a
think
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Yeah, I want to see how much I can get. 5, 10, 15, 20.
It's
I want to
four
not
squares
dump
by
it
4
onto.
squares.
Yeah, I want to not dump it onto Helia. But I want
It
to
is-
get.
It is worth noting,
Mhm.
and you guys should be able to see this. But the far wall here is actually open
Yeah.
and looks out over the cliff face.
Yeah.
That just
Mm.
extends out and down into darkness.
Yep.
This just became an even worse idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I can probably get. Oopsie, that's not it. So it would be basically cliff edge to there,
Yeah.
and then deck saves for everybody.
Okay.
Mostly because I want to see if there's more than one statue and they all kind of look the same. I want to see whether this guy has any friends.
That's fair.
So all creatures in the zone need to make deck saves.
What is the save DC?
15.
15?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, the gargoyle makes his save.
Okay. And nothing else shows up in the area.
Oh.
Oh, okay, his friends. He had some friends.
The other 2 gargoyles both failed their saves.
Okay. Okay, yeah, maybe the plan, the other plan, the running plan. The running plan might be a good idea. And then I am going to fuck it and I am going to I'm gonna bonus action wild shape into a what is this thing? A big I don't know. We'll do big. Okay, if I wild shape. No, then I can't do anything until my next turn, correct? I'm not blanking.
What kind of druid are you?
Moon. I bonus
Moon?
action wild shape, but I can't actually do anything as that creature until the next turn because I've already used my action.
You've already used your action
Yeah.
to do fairy fire. You can
Okay,
continue
so-
concentrating on fairy fire.
Yes, I will be certainly doing that.
But yeah, all you can do is do the wild shape, and then you still have your movement. Which,
Okay.
if you wild shape first, you use the wild shape's movement, not your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I was kind of thinking, is to get up into face. Get up into face and hopefully get in the way of some of these fuckers. Let's go into...
He's not actually visible.
What?
Oh, I
I didn't
assumed
realize-
because he had made the fairy fire,
But I stabbed him.
you did stab him.
She did stab him.
You moved towards them even though you told us we were supposed to leave.
Yeah,
Well,
this
nobody
is true.
answered, so I figured all y'all
That's
fuckers
because we
wanted
weren't
to
gonna
fight.
do
It wasn't any of their
Their
turns.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but they could speak.
Yeah, you did
Oh
tell
well.
us that.
All right, Dina, what you
Simultaneous
got?
speak.
Oh, I'm
and
gonna
Brutus will go,
wild
"Woof."
shape into a cave bear.
A bear?
Yeah.
Is that a large sized creature?
It's gonna be a large beast, yeah. And I have 40 feet of movement. So
That's when we should just preload tokens. Because there's a wild shape feature on Foundry.
Is there?
Yeah.
I can give you the list of everything that's in there.
That's what you use for a fen, huh?
That's what I use for Fen. You just
Oh,
drag
yeah, you
it
have, like, the-
over, and it
Yeah.
changes the token automatically. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I will.
I can get my
I'll
ass
definitely
over.
have to look into that.
Yeah, I can get my ass over there. I'll get as close as I can on this round, but
Okay.
so I'm gonna be up in this space up here.
All right.
That was 40.
Next
Yeah,
up
that's probably-
is this gargoyle. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Is he
35.
walking or flying?
Flying.
Okay, good to know.
Rude.
With one big flap of these wings, he launches off of the pillar straight for the two of you.
Ah, shit.
As I said, rude. You were the ones talking. All I did was try to figure out what you're saying.
Answer.
Like, maybe just shut up, and I wouldn't have come in here.
They just
Um,
want to shake your hand.
So, Zilny, you get hit with a claw, which is a natural 20.
Awesome.
Can't do anything about that.
And that is 10 points of piercing damage.
Actually, wait.
Does it wake me up out of my bullshit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Zil-
fine.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? Because otherwise I can stop that.
I worry about being under some sort of compulsion in the middle of a fight. So just smack me. It's cool.
Okay.
I'll take the damage.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit? Probably not.
Zil, no.
Okay. Alright, then that is its turn. Lulin Brutus.
Cool. Don't have to make a decision now.
Nope.
I like how you were like, don't put that shit on me.
I was like, oh god, do I run and go get the others or do I fight? Don't have to worry about it now.
Please, Rickety Hake, that dickhole would have been like, that's what I'm paying you for.
Okay. I think both of these I have to have been hit.
I feel like if
Zilny, you are on deck.
Okay, both of these are after I have to be hit. So we're just going to attack. Alright, 2 attacks with a hand axe on this thing. First one
Okay.
is an at 1. That was jail.
Okay.
And second one. Oh, say 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Lovely. Is 7 points of damage, magical.
Okay.
And I think no, I think that's it for that, and then Brutus is going to. I've used a bonus action, so I will tell Brutus to attack for my bonus action for his action.
Okay.
And it's my spell attack modifier. Sorry, guys, it's a lot of
You're fine.
tabs.
good.
Do all the damages.
For 23 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
It's a D8. Max damage at 11 force.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Good.
Alright, Zilny, it is your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
God, he's right in my face.
Is that gargoyle still fairy fire? Does that still am I remembering that merits advantage? Is that right?
Oh, yeah, you
Oh.
Have you been rolling advantage on all
No,
those?
I haven't.
Reroll all your attacks. Just check for a nat 20.
I forgot that.
Oh, and the first one that was a nat
First
1.
one that was
Roll
a
that
nat
one
one.
fat.
Alright, so the first one will hit. Second one is not a nat 20.
And Brutus. Check for his nat 20.
Brutus, so 5. Okay, so 7. No, I'm sorry, 10 points of additional damage
Okay.
from me. And then Brutus is not a nat 20.
Okay.
Okay, I think that solves my problem. Well, because I was like, fuck, he's in my... Yeah. I was like, fuck, sucks, I hate this. But never mind then, I'm gonna try to shoot him in the face. Or
Okay.
from the angle I'm at, like, I don't know, it might be like in the dick or something, I don't know.
In the dick. Shoot him
I
in
mean,
the dick.
either way, it's effective. One eye or two.
That is cocked. Try that again. 14.
14 will not make it.
Okay. 18 though. I'm
18
gonna hope
definitely
does.
does.
Okay. And that's 11 points of damage.
Is that magical?
Yes, because it's a +1 weapon, so yeah.
Okay. The 2 of you, 3 of you, really, are just beating the shit out of this guy. It's, half of its body is just a rubble on the ground and in the fountain. One of its wings is completely torn off thanks to Brutus. He's still up, but he does not look good.
That's my boy.
Such a boy.
Such a boy.
Gotta like shake him.
Yeah.
Zilny, was there anything else you had on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It is now this gargoyle's turn. He's gonna move over here, and he is going to make a couple of attacks against the bear.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or not. An 8 and a 9 probably aren't going to do it.
That is not gonna do it.
Helia, it is your turn. Back at the top.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action insightful fighting.
Okay.
So I make an insight check against his deception. That's a 16.
It succeeds. Actually, no, it doesn't succeed.
Okay, so it says if I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have advantage on the attack.
Okay.
Nice.
So, then
You
I'm
should have
just
advantage actually anyway, because it's fairy fired.
This
No,
one
one
makes
that
safe.
Court's fighting is not very fired.
Yeah.
It is the other two.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it succeeded. That was the one that succeeded, yes.
That's probably not gonna. I'm guessing that a 11 does not hit.
11 is insufficient.
Son of a bitch. Well, I tried.
You don't get you don't have a second attack?
As a bonus action, but I used my insightful fighting as my bonus action. So, that's my turn.
Rogues don't give multi-attack.
Mm-mm.
I
Only
thought
get
they
2
did-
weapon fighting.
I thought they did it. Oh, it might be at like level 10 or something that they do get it.
Certain ones
Or
might.
certain
I
rogues.
guess maybe it depends on the class. Cad definitely did not.
Yeah. 'Cause I always thought it was weird.
You would think, since they're
Maybe
usually
it's just the
two-weapon
right thing to
fighters.
do to dip into fighter for everything.
Seriously. It's
That's
fine.
Dustin's go-to. Every single class, doesn't matter who you are, dip in a fighter.
Dip into fighter. A 2-level
Wizard,
dip into
fighter.
fighter helps everyone. It helps a wizard because when you action surge, you can cast another spell.
Yeah, it's like the only way really you can cast 2 actual action spells.
And second win, just free
Hit
D10
points.
hit points.
Yeah.
All right. It is Gargoyle number one's turn. We are going to make a couple of attacks against Helia. The claw is going to hit, but the bite will not.
All uncanny dodge, so it'll half the damage.
Good. So that's minimum damage at at 3, halved to 1.
Good.
And that is its turn.
Good,
Endeavor.
because she's
it
fighting
is-
in her undies. She took off her armor and was in her sleeping bag.
Oh damn.
Samesies. PJ party
yeah.
over here.
Time.
Seriously.
I'm gonna claw
She's probably
right
right.
back at this thing.
Flannel PJs.
And take my two attacks as a bear.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. Slash, motherfucker.
First one will be claws, which is a 23 to hit.
23 will definitely hit.
And second one is a 21 to hit.
21 also hits.
Okay. So claws 2d6
Did you
plus
roll with
5.
advantage?
What?
Did you roll with advantage?
I did roll with advantage, yes.
Just making sure.
The other numbers were terrible. Claw is 2d6 plus 5. 1, 2d6 is 12 slashing damage, and my claws are magical for the purposes of resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And wrong dice. Bite is max damage at 13.
Okay. So what is that total?
Totals 25.
All right. You start fucking laying into this rocky bastard.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely eating rocks.
Nom
Definitely
nom
eating some
nom.
rocks. Yeah, nom 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 nom. And
Not
I
gonna feel
am
good
just-
coming out.
I don't know what it would feel like. I don't think I have
Oh,
those
yeah.
functions. I might just rattle for a little bit until we get me
Yeah.
to somebody who can extract.
Oh my god. Just swallow marbles, bud?
All right.
I'm gonna stay where I am,
Okay.
up in this dude's face.
You
know, maybe you go up, maybe do the like on the hind legs and the big roar like a bear, just because I can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you gotta.
Yeah.
It is Gargoyle number 2's turn. And it is going to shift its focus to Lula.
That's not nice.
Actually, its claw is going to go after Brutus. Its bite is going to target Lula specifically.
Don't eat her.
Does a 15 hit Brutus?
His AC is 15.
Okay. And an 11 isn't going to hit Lula.
No.
Okay, moving right along. Lula and Brutus.
Hey! You know, one of these days I'll actually be able to use my infusions. One of these days. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna keep wailing with a hand axe on both of these.
Roll with advantage.
Yes. First stack. Is it... nope. 22.
22
hit.
hits.
Second attack. Oh, come on. 16?
16 hits.
Alright. So those are a pair of d6s.
Minimum damage.
On both of them.
Oh.
Sweet.
12 points total.
12 total.
12 total.
You know what? you tell me how.
Uh,
How do you do exactly as many hit points as it has left?
Taking a page out of Helia's book, Lula will examine exactly where the weak spots are now that she and Zilny have like started cracking apart at these things, and looking at one of the bullet holes will immediately just take her axe and just hit that exact spot where that is weakest and where the casing, like the shell casing would be, to just use it as like a what's the word I'm trying to think of, like a fulcrum to just crack it all the way open.
Got it. So you just wedge the thing in half with an axe?
Yeah, pretty much using the weak spot that Zil had already established.
Okay.
Like that guy.
Yeah, you
just
do
hammers
that.
logs on TikTok.
That spot is just to one side of like the center of its torso. And you swing with the axe. You miss the first time, but you're close. Just further weakening the whole structure. But the second swing, you hit it dead into that bullet hole. And the crack spreads like diagonally across its entire torso, and its entire upper half and remaining wing just falls into the fountain, and the other half just tips and falls the other way at
Nice.
Zill's feet.
Awesome.
Yay.
Can I use Brutus's action or Brutus's movement before I use my bonus action to tell him to bite?
Yes.
So we're gonna bolt away from here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, swing around.
Damn, Buddy Boy has a lot of movement.
Buddy Boy's got 40 feet, I think. Yeah, 40 feet.
Yeah.
He's fast. Fast as fuck.
Bastard.
Bonus action, tell him to attack.
Okay.
And is gonna chomp, chomp, chomp. Maybe.
Crunch, crunch.
Oh yeah, 18 on the die.
18 hits.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
And you're rolling that with advantage because you're flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Nom 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 nom.
2 plus 5 points of force damage.
Okay. Zilny, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to stay right the fuck where I am, where this giant half gargoyle and a fountain is protecting me.
Yeah.
Hopefully giving me like, I don't know, half cover or something maybe. And I am going to
Only
shoot
sniping.
at the one
Yeah.
on bottom that
Okay.
Endeavor is fighting. Oh, and I get advantage.
Yeah.
Why do you get advantage?
This is very fired.
It's very fired.
Oh, right.
Well, it didn't matter, so we're gonna put these guys in the fail pile. We're gonna try again with my second attack.
That wasn't a misfire, was it?
No, it was not a misfire. It was a 2 and a 5. My misfire is a 1. It was close. But they're the ones a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that is almost max. 23 points of damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Is it down yet?
It is, you blow like here. Like half of its torso, an arm, and a wing are all just obliterated.
Yes.
So it still has like its legs, the right half of its torso, its head, and one arm.
Cool, I'm gonna action surge.
Yes.
Cool.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Do you do it again?
I could again.
Don't bother.
Mm.
I mean, roll it to see what you get.
And that was our 15.
not as good.
Oh, those
15
are
points of damage.
15. It had 4 hit points.
Yeah.
left.
Nice.
That was our 15th nat 20 of the campaign.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
That was my dice being like, okay, we did you real dirty earlier, so like, here you go, girl.
When it really counts.
Yeah. You're just banking them.
It's like,
Yeah.
ma'am, we're sorry about earlier. Please do not light us on fire. and throw us
Yeah.
in the trash."
Please do not melt us.
Don't send us back in the hot box. Alright, so that is Zilmia's turn.
Oh, wait, I still have another shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
If you get another nat 20, I'm gonna flip shit.
I did not get a nat 20. It's only a 16 on the die, so 25.
Yeah, that still hits.
Only 25.
So that one is 14 points of damage.
Damn.
Alright.
Kill it.
Hell yeah. It is, at the top of the round, you all hear from behind you, a collection of fast stomping, footprints.
Oh, man.
As Trallin, Janora, Sersha, and Hake all come running around the corner into the room, shouting, "What the hell are you for? Oh my god!"
Oh, yeah, we're super not quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally not.
Shooting a gun!
In like a stone cavern,
In like
basically.
a stone cavern.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you're really bothering to add them to initiative.
Hell yeah, it is your turn.
Okay. That is going to be a 22 on the dice.
Yes.
Get
Wait,
sneak attack
a
this time.
22 on the die.
Or no, sorry, it's 22.
You
16
rolling
on the dice.
D30s over there?
Yeah, that's my
Kinda
secret.
horse
And I still
shit
roll
is
like
this?
shit.
You're just rolling a D100.
Yeah, you kidding me? I could be rolling a D100 and still be rolling like garbage.
Unless you were a cleric, in which
Yeah.
case you'd be rolling super high.
Uh-huh, exactly.
12 points of piercing damage.
That's including your sneak attack?
Only have 3d6 for sneak attack right now. And then she's gonna just take her offhand second attack.
Okay.
Since I didn't have to waste a bonus action on something else. That's 18 plus 6 is 24. For another 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright. It is its turn. It is similarly mostly not there anymore. It is, at this point, it is little more than like a torso sitting on top of a pile of rubble. But it is still going to make 2 attacks. Actually, it is going to make 1 attack against Helia and 1 attack against Brutus. Helia is a 14 hit.
Without my armor, yes. I'll uncanny dodge it as well, so half damage.
Cool. 3 points to 1, because I rolled minimum damage. And an 8 is not going to hit Brutus.
No.
Okay.
It's but a scratch.
These gargoyles are all getting named fucking Jerry. Fucking embarrassing. Endeavor.
Yeah.
Finish this.
I'm gonna basically, roar at it and take the the 1 or 2 steps up and just kind of go at it with the claw first and just try and shatter it into pieces.
Okay.
Which is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. 11 slashing.
Okay.
And do I need to bite it as well? No,
No.
I don't need to bite it.
You,
Don't
with
worry, rocks
with
for
a
you, pal.
swipe of your
Yeah.
claw, you like center of mass what's left of this gargoyle, and you push it, and it is thrown over Lula's head
Mhm.
out into the abyss, and like Darth Maul falling down that shaft.
Oh.
It like as it falls, it just disintegrates into pieces.
Mm-hmm. Just growl at it.
So yes. The the area goes quiet. The whispering stops. And as the other 4 experts of your company run into the room, Janora immediately casts a spell centered on the fountain. And Trallin does the same, casting a different spell, also centered on the fountain. As the whispering comes to an end. And that is where we will end the session this evening.
Nice, nice.
You whooped the asses of some inept gargoyle.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like as a party, we kind of needed that after the struggle with the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
we
that
struggled.
door.
We struggled longer with the door than we did with the gargoyles.
Yeah.
We
Look,
so
we have a
bad with
particular skill set.
not opening
is
doors.
not-
No,
It's
opening
not
doors.
door related.
Hashtag D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like that should be
Yeah.
like on like a shirt or something. We have a particular skill set.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's what
running.
That's fun.
That was
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next week, we'll maybe figure out what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, really.
Ooh, spooky.
Maybe
Yeah.
Lula will craft a bag of holding.
Yeah, maybe.
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 All right. Good
All
night.
right, kids.
Good night, stream. See you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, stream.
Bye.